What is up, everybody? Welcome back on this Tuesday morning, Outside the Cage, episode 27. You know who it is. It's your boy Dimes with my boy E. How we feeling?
Man, feeling pretty good, feeling pretty good. Card wasn't anything to write home about this weekend, but Erin Blanchfield proved that she's the truth. So still something good came out of it.
That she did. Erin Blanchfield answered a lot of questions. Going into the week, when the fight first got announced, Andrade late replacement. Andrade opens up a big favorite, and I think everyone kind of just, I don't know. Like you said, you liked Blanchfield early, and then everyone just kind of jumped on, and then it was just kind of became a thing where like everyone was just like MMA Twitter just like going back and forth, like. And I saw I texted you. I was like, bro, like I just kind of want to see who wins. Like it's just like mystery now because it's like everyone's like, all right, is Andrade gonna win or is Blanchfield really gonna win? And
Bro,
Blanchfield fucking answered the call.
does outside the cage move lines?
You might have moved that one.
Dude,
You
I was
definitely might have moved
saying
that one.
when ESPN posted it, they had her even money. When outside the cage posted it, what was she like plus 125, plus
Dude,
130?
she was like when you called it, I thought she was like plus 170, bro. She started up high.
She might have been. I didn't want to say that, but hey, I knew I had my scout. I
Yeah.
think she's a New York Giants fan too. She's from North
So that's
Jersey.
why.
Has to
That's
be.
why.
Yeah, she just
Yeah, I
has
mean,
that grit.
shit. She did. She won the fight exactly how she wins fights. So, I mean, what is next for Blanchfield? Does she get the immediate title shot after Shevchenko and Grasso, or does she got to fight Santos still, the fight that was originally supposed to happen?
Shoot. I mean, Santos, I mean, the train keeps on moving. You know what I'm saying? There's gonna be a winner of Shevchenko and Grasso, and they're gonna need to fight someone. So
Yeah.
why not Blanchfield?
I was in the boat kind of where I thought like that fight being as close as it was with Santos and Shevchenko, like I thought like Santos should have got the immediate rematch. But now it's kind of like, damn, like I kind of want to see Blanchfield and Santos.
Dude,
Like
especially in the
hopefully
women's.
she can like hopefully Santos gets healthy enough so they could possibly fight around the same time, same card, little title eliminator.
Yeah, I was gonna say that would probably be in the perfect world, right? Have Santos and Blanchfield fight on the yeah, just for a title eliminator, like not too long after
Yeah.
Valentino and Grasso go at it. Bro, but I think especially in the women's division, when you have someone that people are excited about, like Blanchfield, and I don't think it's just you and me. I think there's a lot of people in the MMA community that feel like we have a
Yeah.
real threat here to
Yeah, she's
Valentina.
definitely like one of the first like women in a while where I'm like excited to watch.
And she's literally our age. She's
Yeah.
American. Seems like a pretty cool person too. Saw her on Kevin Holland's podcast.
Yeah, you definitely can't fumble it. You got to turn her around quick, and she's definitely used to be fighting for some big fights, title matters, title fights coming up soon.
Her stand up was impressive. The way that she
Yeah,
was able to weather the storm, because
yeah,
Andrade was coming out there with everything. Blanchfield was just staying calm, staying in the pocket,
super
countering.
technical,
And then once she
super
got to the
technical.
ground, bro, you could tell that she's just a different level, different type of
Yeah,
strength down there.
yeah. So it'll be interesting to see what they do with her. Like you said, just a star, and just to come out and win. I mean, I don't know. I don't know how much attention obviously fighters or her pays attention to like the line moving and shit. But it was definitely like all a lot of eyes were on that fight. I mean, a
Yeah,
lot of eyes might have left because of how boring the card was. But like that was I was just kind of grinding it through because I wanted to see that fight. But yeah, I mean, she answered every question that I had, and I have no doubt in my mind she could definitely get a title shot.
100%, dude. One thing I got to say before it leaves my mind. So, how do we have dudes like William Knight with the UFC contract, but we can't get the Viper on there? It's ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what that. I mean, hey, play of the day hit for me, so
Yeah, you were happy.
I'm
You
not
were
gonna say I'm
loving
not
it.
gonna say I knew it, but like, yeah, I mean, I don't know, dude. It's just like I don't understand. I don't really understand like what like I don't get it. Like
It's
you
got to
gotta,
be some of it has to do with who your manager is, where you train at, like who your agent knows. You know what I'm saying?
but like why? Like
I
yeah.
don't know.
But like, why
Politics.
is he like? What? But like, okay, I get all that. But like, once you're in there, why was he like doing what he does? Like throw eight strikes,
Horrible, dude. Unless he
and then I
was
seen him on Twitter. He was like, "I know what to do for the next one." Like, my guy, you're not getting the next one.
your next one's in Bellator, dog.
Yeah,
Yeah, dude. Evan Elder. unfortunate for him. He was winning the fight up 2 rounds to 0, and then got that nasty cut above the eye. But Uncle Dana hooked him up with 50 G's. So still,
Yeah.
I'd say it's still a win. His stock went up. We're out here talking about him on Outside the Cage. So yeah, good job to Evan Elder and his opponent as well. I don't want to butcher the name, but yeah,
It was nice to see tough alum Zach Paga get a win too as well. He looked really good at light heavyweight. I think that's
did, bro.
definitely his division. I think he's kind of one of those guys who's like he's a tweener, where it's like
Yeah,
he doesn't have the power for heavyweight, and I don't think he has the quickness for light heavyweight to really like make a dent in that division. But I mean that's definitely his spot. I think he can definitely be a top 12 to 15 guy at light heavyweight.
have a solid 8-year career in the UFC,
Yeah,
something
yeah.
like that. Yeah, I also heard him say after the fight that that's what he wants to do every fight is just get guys up against the cage and punch them and beat them up there. I mean, fair play, why not? If it works. It's honestly not my favorite style of
Yank it
fighting to
out, make
watch,
it
but
red.
if it's effective, it's effective. And I gotta take one on the chin. I think so. I think if I put my
Yeah,
stamp on a fight,
you fucked up my parlay.
I did. Your parlay hit besides that. But yeah, if I put my stamp on a fight, I would advise everyone to probably just fade it because oh my gosh, dude. Askabov, ass. Wow. I guess I just fell for the Russian propaganda. What can I say?
Yeah, no,
They're
definitely
known for,
you see that flag and you see 2021, you're like, fuck. Like
bro.
you gotta
Apparent,
bet.
yeah, dude. MMA Twitter was letting him have it after. I mean, obviously he doesn't see it, but they were talking about how he fought 23 plumbers before he got in the UFC.
Fuck.
Yeah, bro. People, because he also has the announcers were talking about how he has 4 million Instagram followers, and I didn't know that. That's no
Damn.
reason why I picked him, but everyone on Twitter's like, dang, I wonder how much 4 million followers and bots cost.
Yeah, I
Probably,
mean,
bro. Freaking bomb, dude.
tough sport,
He was
man.
very one dimensional. Didn't Lorisenko? I
It was
actually
a
thought she
weird
did.
card, bro.
Yeah,
It was a
I thought
weird card.
Lorisenko. I'm kind of a fan of her commentary. Not gonna lie, might not be a popular opinion, but I see some good points in there that she makes.
I didn't know she used to fight.
One or two, I think.
It's experience.
Yeah, no, 100% knows more than me.
Yeah.
But yeah, yeah. So Askarbov really put a dent in my weekend. So did Max Homa. I had bet him outright to win the Genesis Open in golf,
Mm-hmm.
and I wouldn't say he choked because John Rahm was just balling, but he fell a little bit short. Almost had a crazy flop shot on 18.
How's the swing looking these days?
Bad, bro. Dude, I've lost like 20 yards of distance for no reason on every
No,
club. I don't know what
no.
I'm doing different. I'm out there. Maybe I'm swinging too hard. It's bad,
Happens.
bro. Like
Happens.
everything, just 20 yards shorter and not straight either.
Yeah, so this week we got Krylov versus Spann. Spann or Spawn? How you say it? Spann or Spawn?
I think Spann.
Right, Ryan Spann versus Nikita Krylov. I like this fight. I think this is a like underrated fight for light heavyweight division. I think Ryan Spann is like definitely like one of those guys that we're keeping an eye on because I think just with the new style kind of in the light heavyweight division, the Yuris and Jamal Hills, again, not that he's on that level, but I think he's definitely like one of those guys where he's just super powerful, like athletic freak. Like he's one of those guys. And yeah, I mean, I like Ryan Spann in this coming off a big win against he knocked out Dominic Reyes, right?
Yeah, with the jab.
That was him. Yeah, knocked out Dominic Reyes. I like him, man. I like him in this fight. I think he's kind of just like 6'5", one of those guys that's just super big and long, kind of like a Johnny Walker type. He obviously lost to Johnny Walker about 2 years ago, but I know it's a different fight. But yeah, I think I kind of like Ryan Spann in this. I think I like Ryan Spann to kind of go on a run and kind of maybe put himself in title contention.
I do too. I'm not as confident on the title contention part, but I do like him winning this weekend. Dude, I was looking at Krylov a little bit. So this is his second stint with the UFC. He left in 2017, 2018, and then he came back. Bro, the UFC has put him in a gauntlet since he's returned. Here's the fights he's had. He had Jan Blachowicz, OSP, but 3 years ago. Glover, Johnny Walker, Ankalaev, and Paul Craig.
Damn.
And then also Gustafsson and Volkan Ozdemir, who he beat. But yeah, dude, he's fighting Spann. So yeah, I mean Krylov, he's definitely been in there with a lot of really good guys, but I think Spann's athletic ability is probably gonna be a equalizer in this one.
Yeah.
I definitely think I like Ryan Spann this one, especially for the line plus 145. Um, anything else you like on this card? I got a couple plays, but if you want to go first.
Um, I mean, I'll steal the one that everyone's been talking about, Charles Johnson.
Yeah, that's an exciting fight because Charles Johnson, any Charles Johnson's fight's exciting, but when you put him against Adi Osborne, even
Ooh,
more exciting.
yeah, bro. I mean, Audie scares me, honestly. He's talented,
Yeah,
but
bro,
I
they're
think,
like very similar, very similar.
yeah, I think Charles is a little sharper.
Yeah,
Dude, did you see the picture of him and Fiziev next to each other?
yeah.
How does he make 125?
Hey, one of
He
those guys.
looked
One of
he
those
looked did
guys.
he not look bigger than Fiziev
One of those
in
guys,
that?
bro. I stopped a long time ago, like wondering like how these guys make that weight because I'm just like, bro, like how is Michael Chandler 155 pounds? Like how is like you know I stopped like how is Zach Pago making 205? Like I just like it's just fucking weird to me.
Yeah, bro, I saw that Tanner Bozer's next fight is at
Yeah,
light
light heavy
heavyweight.
too.
I was like, poor K?
Yeah,
I want to
like
see
bro,
what he looks like.
Drew Dober's, how is he 155? Like it's just
Yeah.
crazy. Like
Dude,
it doesn't make sense to me.
155 is such a sick division because I was thinking about this randomly. You can have so many different body types because it's that middle ground. So you got dudes like Jalen Turner who are
Yeah,
6'4", and then you got dudes like Michael Chandler who are what 5'7".
yeah.
Like that's wild. And they're in the same weight class. I feel like there's not too many other weight classes where you can get that different of body types just because that's the one that everyone likes to meet in the middle at. And it's probably also why there's usually the best dudes at that
I would
division.
like to see 25, 35, 45, 55, 65, 75, 85, 95, 205. But then it's like you get too many divisions.
Does that make the belt a little less valuable? Kind of like boxing.
I would think you just, I don't know. I like, what do you do? Because like, I feel like if you have like, let's say you have 55 and 65, like that's an easy cut, easy jump. So like, I'm going to go get two belts.
Yeah. And I guess I don't know. You always hear people saying there should be more weight classes though. Rogan says it.
I definitely want to see one in between middleweight and light heavy. I think that's a huge gap. 20 pounds.
That's that's what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I don't mind 45, 55, 70. That's fine. But I don't like 85, 205.
I wouldn't even mind like having 170, 180, 190. And
Yeah.
then
Then it just like kind of gets
too
into
many.
boxing. You have so many like yeah. Because then you're
Yeah.
just gonna have because it's not gonna make the quality any better. You're just gonna have multiple guys like fighting different divisions. I feel like
And you won't see the big fights as much because there's more
yeah,
classes, so more guys are gonna be spread out. But
yeah. Hey, why fix it if it ain't broken?
true, doubling in popularity every year.
Yeah. You have any plays for this card or no?
Oh, I actually do have one on the first fight of the night. Let me get the.
Minus 700? What do you got?
Oh, wait, maybe it's not the first fight of the night, unless he
What are
is
you talking
minus
about?
700.
Joe Solecki?
No. Trevor Peak versus Eric Gonzalez.
Okay, yeah, it's the sixth fight.
Oh, my fight odds thing has him first on the card.
You got Trevor Peak?
I got Trevor. Yeah, bro. He's a highlight reel. He has knockout
Yeah, I
power
see
in
that.
his
Watch a little bit
hands.
of film. Watch a little bit of film.
You did?
Yeah.
Entertaining,
Come on,
huh?
bro. Hey, I'd be prepared. Come on now. I don't just show up.
Yeah, I freaking DM'd him, tried to get him on an interview to hype it up, but I don't know. I guess he's already been hyping it up enough, but I'm still riding with him. Trevor Peak, I'm going with a inside the distance win. I'm not sure exactly what the odds are on that, but
Probably some decent odds.
that and Charles Johnson are my two ones that I'm big on today.
Got you.
I really
So,
can't miss this week, dude. I'm nervous.
yeah, you need a big week, dude. We're gonna get cut off air.
Oh
We're gonna get
god.
fucking shadow banned on YouTube.
Oh
Yeah,
god.
you need to make sure you're confident with your picks here.
High stress today. High stress.
All right, so I got my dog of the day. Talked about it earlier. Ryan Spann plus 145. I think he wins that one. Main event. My play of the day is Haley Cohen minus 155.
Mm.
Don't ask me why. I just liked it for the odds, the best odds I think for play of the day. I think she's making her UFC debut.
5'8", super long for that division. And then Aline Perez just isn't very good, frankly. Just being real. So I like the odds there.
And if you're the favorite in your debut, that against
Yeah.
someone who's not making their debut, that says something too.
Yeah, so that's my play of the day.
I
And
like
then
that.
my parlay is going to be Haley Cohen minus 155, Charles Johnson minus 190, Trevor Peak minus 175. That comes out to plus 294. I like this parlay this week. It doesn't really feel like a gamble. I kind of like all three of those. I think this parlay hits. I feel I go 3-0. I think I go 3-0, 1-0 parlay, 2-0 dog, 3-0 play of the day. Just being real. And if you're feeling lucky, throw in Ryan Spann in the parlay. If you're feeling lucky.
You know, I'm not even gonna mess with this right now because my confidence in picks is. I'm not gonna lie, it's through the floor. So I'm just riding with
fall. You just gotta see one fall. Once one fall, you're good.
I'm riding with dimes this weekend.
Let's ride, baby. Let's ride.
Bro, I lost stats this weekend. Not just in dude, freaking bet on Baylor money line against Kansas.
Oh, they were up like 15 and a half. That's crazy.
Yeah, dude, Kansas is just a comeback squad. Sheesh.
Yeah,
they got the guy on their team named Dick. The announcer's calling by his first name. I forget what it is, but they'll just say like, "Yeah, Brian with the shot."
We got. This is the first ever time on Outside the Cage. We have breaking news. Henry Cejudo and Aljamain Sterling at UFC 288 on May 6th. We finally get the bantamweight announcement. We've been waiting months for it. It's been about October since we've been waiting for a bantamweight announcement. We finally get it. Aljo and Henry. Well, we thought it was going to be a little later than we expected, a little later than we wanted to, but we have it May 6th. What is your initial reaction? This is live. This is live here. Live breaking news. What is your initial reaction?
Wow. I mean, I'm happy it's finally happening. To be honest, I was kind of getting my hopes up that Aljo wasn't going to be ready and Henry and Sugar were going to get to fight for the intern belt. So I'm a little disappointed in that aspect of it for Suge. But, I mean, it's good for the division that there's just a straight-up title fight. It's going to be a sweet fight. Probably a pretty good build-up, too. I saw this video of Henry Cejudo doing stand-up comedy. It was actually pretty funny. Made me respect him a little bit more. I don't know why, but...
King of cringe?
No, he wasn't actually cringe. He was making fun of himself. Like, he would start to be cringe, and then the punchline would be, like, about himself. So it made it kind of funnier. So, yeah, I liked it.
So what does this do for the bantamweight division? So they're fighting in May. Okay, what's today? February?
So we got 3 months, 2.5.
But yeah, so what does this do for the rest? Because you got Cheeto and Sandhagen. So again, like our guy's kind of the odd man out here.
Sugar's definitely remember we were saying probably 4 or 5 episodes that someone's gonna get left out.
Yeah, this thing, just from the beginning, the timing was all fucked up. Like we said, the timing was someone was gonna get fucked up.
Yeah,
someone's gonna have a long wait. It looks like it's gonna be Sugar. Because bro, like my thing is this is like Sugar's been adamant on his next fight is a title fight, right? So you got Aljo and Henry fighting in May. Okay, let's say Aljo wins that. I don't trust that this dude's like gonna fight every time he fights it's something.
Yeah.
There's always a surgery. There's always he doesn't want to make the weight. There's always something wrong. So let's say Henry wins. I don't think Henry can make that weight that easy anymore.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know what happens. Like, I don't know what Sugar does. Does Sugar have to wait and fight Cheeto and Corey? But then they need a long time too, because that's going to be a battle. Like what does he do?
Yeah, dude. I mean, I think Sugar wants to fight in July, ideally. And what I'm kind of juggling is if Sugar's team would rather wait for the belt and not fight till fall, which is probably what it would be, right?
If he fights, he fought October 2nd, 23rd. So
yeah,
take a year off.
Yeah, that sucks. Literally in his prime years of his career, you're just wasting that. And Sugar knows it too. He talks about it. Or you risk the title shot, go fight the winner of Corey Cheeto if they're ready, International Fight Week, July. Win that, get the title shot next. So I think those are the two options for him, kind of.
He needs like a quick finish from one of these two fights. So like a quick turnaround.
Yeah, if they're both 5-round wars, he's gonna
Yeah.
be in a not great situation.
Yeah. But I mean, great news for bantamweight. It's not what we wanted because our guy kind of gets left out. I would love to see his reaction.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, yeah, I like the Corey and Cheeto fight, but looking back at it now, I wish they kind of would have waited and put in Sugar in one of those. Maybe you go Sugar and Cheeto, but like I don't know, man. It's just tough, and I kind of knew this was gonna happen. Like I kind of had a feeling all along that unless like Aljo finally got hurt and they did a Henry and Sugar interim, like someone was going, to more likely it was gonna be Sugar.
Yeah.
Someone was gonna get left out, and it's kind
But
of.
I mean, honestly, Sugar's the one that can survive being left out. His pockets aren't hurting.
Yeah, it's not about the pockets though, but it's just like damn, like
I know. And I mean, he's not gonna lose like momentum towards the title shot either. Like if Beneil doesn't fight for that long, he probably moves down a little bit on the totem pole. But since Sugar's such a big draw, I think he kind of gets to come back wherever he leaves off.
Yeah, and I just think that he's just getting more time in the gym, man. Getting more time grappling. Grappling camp for a year. Like it's gonna be a year, damn near. So I think, and he knows like either of this winner of Aljo and Henry, he's gonna have to wrestle. He's gonna have to grapple, and like so. What do you like in the Aljo and Henry? I'm gonna see if they got some opening lines here, but go ahead.
Yeah. I think. It's tough, but I kind of think Henry. Oh, Henry. If he's, let me see how old he is actually, because I think in the lighter divisions you don't want to be super old. In the heavier divisions, you can get away with being like 35 to. Oh, Henry's 36.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, there's no way he's as fast as he was in his prime, right? I think. Yeah.
Wow, we have the official odds.
Give it to me. I'm
I
saying
don't know if I can
Aljo.
release them. You know, I got a little text from my Vegas insiders here. Yeah. So let me see. Let me read what it said. I said Aljo versus Henry, opening odds, question mark. They said posted at Aljo minus 150, Henry plus 120. As soon as the lines got released, Aljo to minus 120, Henry to plus 100. So everyone jumped on Henry early.
All right.
So we got about to pick him.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I wonder if it's more people believing in Henry or just liking the plus money and thinking
Yeah,
that
probably
it's a
just
pick
that's
'em.
what it is. A lot of times is you just bet that number. A lot
Yeah,
of times,
like if you think that makes sense. If you think it's a close fight, may as well just bet the. Hey, you got money in on John, right?
Oh, yeah.
Underdog.
Oh, yeah.
Sniper. You're a military sniper.
Yeah. Come on, bro.
What is he now? Like mine
And
is.
now it's like, hey, all this fucking Gon doesn't train and shit. Like, fuck that, bro.
Bro, why would you say that? I don't care if you're not trained.
Yeah, I don't know why. Yeah, that's bro. See, that's the type of shit where it's like he's like preparing himself to lose type shit.
Yep. If you're Ryan Spann, you can say that, but when you're about to be fighting for the belt versus John Jones, come on, dude. You think John's just not? I mean, I don't know. Maybe he is not training for that long, but
So pick 'em money. So pick 'em lines here. So just a coin toss. I mean, even money either way. So you don't got to worry about odds and betting the number. Like, so you like Aljo?
I do, which means that Henry will probably win. So y'all might want to take that into account.
Man, I don't know. Who's better on the ground?
That's what I. It's so different because
'Cause I
Henry's
think
like
Henry's better on the feet for sure.
yeah. I
That's
think,
what's up.
dude, I'll just.
He's 36, bro. That's the difference. He's 36.
Yeah. I just don't know. I mean, the timing, the experience, all that's going to be there, the strength, but it's the speed. That's what you lose. And the chin probably a little bit too.
I just think that weight cut's getting tough for Aljo, bro.
That's true.
We could see Aljo win, Aljo retire, go up to 40, not retire, but retire from 35, go up to 45, and then Suga and winner of Cheeto Corey for the 35 title.
That would probably be a perfect world, especially if it was Sugar versus Cheeto rematch for the title.
Yeah.
I think that's probably what Dana wants to happen.
Yeah.
You know they don't want Henry to win.
You don't think so? If you don't want him to win, though, why give him the title shot?
Because he was a double champ, you have to give it to him when he comes back.
But don't beg him to come back.
I don't think they begged him. I think he was kind of begging. I
I
think
don't.
that I think the UFC bantamweight division would be perfectly fine without Henry. Still
Yeah.
got so many dudes in there. Henry's just
Henry really fucked it up, bro. Because if it's not for Henry, it's Sugar and Aljo in May.
mhm. Yep.
That's what's crazy.
Yep. Henry's just broke, needs a little extra money.
Yeah.
So to quote the wise philosopher Sugar Sean. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, man. Finally get some breaking news. It always happens. Like when I text you, it's like shit always gets dropped after we record.
Yeah, especially because I think the UFC meets on Tuesday
Yeah.
and we go on Monday.
They
So
gotta make their announcements after they hear our pod type shit, huh?
facts, dude. They literally want to see like because they know we
They be still in my
represent the public.
matchmaking, bro. They be still in my matchmaking.
They do, bro. You know Dana. I mean, he was already thinking it, but when you gave him the advice for what to do after the slap,
What? Oh yeah.
book the John Jones
Yeah,
fight.
yeah, yeah. His lawyer was for sure listening.
Yeah,
His lawyer was for sure listening.
yeah.
Free
Dana's
Rob.
probably not listening yet, but he's informed on what's going on outside the cage for sure.
Yeah, no, definitely. It's definitely get talked about in the meetings. So I heard you got something for us today.
We're doing a little. Yeah, I'm trying to do a
Give
little
it to me.
list.
Give
So
it to
I was on YouTube. I was watching this thing. It's pretty cool. So someone back in 2018 predicted the top 20 NBA players in 2023, which is
Was the list
now.
crazy or no?
Huh?
Was the list like accurate or no?
It wasn't bad, dude. I mean, they had Luca and Trey Young both in the top 20 before they'd even played a game. They had Simmons at 2 because it was after his rookie year.
Yeah.
I mean, I see why. I would have thought the same thing
Who's
back then.
won?
Giannis. They had Zoe in there. That broke my heart because he really could have been.
Yeah.
Yeah, the list wasn't bad though. But anyway, that got me thinking. Outside the cage needs to do that. So we're gonna go out here. We're gonna predict the top 5 pound for pound fighters in 2028.
5 years from now.
Yeah, obviously it's pretty tough. And I looked at the current pound for pound list, and just about every guy on the list is in that 30 to 35 years old range. The only person who's younger than 30 on the list is Moreno, and he's 29. So I think that sweet spot is guys that are around like 25 years old right now.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, your body's probably in its prime when you're 25, 27, but fighting is just experience and having to win those fights and get up there.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I got a cool list. We gotta ask the fans too after this, like which list do they think is better? Because I think I got a cool list for real.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if we
I
got
was in
a
my
lot
bag
of-
a little bit here. I was in my bag a little bit. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Did you rank yours or did you just throw 5 out there?
I just threw 5 out there, but I just ranked them literally right now.
Yeah, I haven't ranked mine yet, but I got freaking 8 on my list that I'm hyped about.
Oh, here we go. See, it's not that you can't do 8. You can't do 8. You just said 5.
No,
See, that's what I'm talking
I'm gonna
about.
rank my 5 and then I'll just say the other 3 just in case one of them is in it 5 years from now.
No, so you don't get insurance. That's not how it works. Okay, give me your
All right.
top 5 pound for pound. Well, I have 8. That's not how it works.
Honorable mentions, dog.
All right, I'll start it off here. I'll go backwards from 5 to 1.
All right.
At number 5, I got featherweight, 22-year-old Muhammad Makayev. 22 years old, 9-0. Big win against Charles Johnson, which now looks like a great win. And I mean, just playing the odds here. He's already ranked featherweight at 22 years old. I'll take my chances. I like his style, kind of the new style that we're trending towards. And yeah, 5 years from now he'll be fucking 27.
I like that. Right in his prime, already
Yep.
undefeated. Solid guy too. I mean, yeah, he was on the Abu Dhabi card, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That fight was a little sketchy, but he persevered, came out the other side on top.
Hey, worry about your list, okay? I'll worry about my list.
Number 4, I got Sugar Sean Jones,
Bantamweight champ in 5 years, still holding it. At this point, talks about going to 45. I just think that at 35, his length, his reach, is just, at this time next year, I think he'll have the title. So we'll be talking about that. He'll be consistent, 2-3 fights a year, stays healthy, doesn't take too much damage. So I think in 5 years he'll be fine. Finally in his prime. Yep. And then I think he'll be a top 5 guy we're talking about just off stardom alone.
You think he's a billionaire by then?
I think in 5 years, like being a billionaire is gonna not be as hard as it is now.
It starts like a sugar OG or something like
Yeah,
that.
some sugar kush.
Yeah.
At number this where it gets interesting. This where I got out of my bag here. At number 3, I got welterweight Shavkat Rakhmonov,
Oh.
16-0, 28 years old. A lot of people say he's Hamzat 2.0. Just not as talked about, not as loud, not enough, not a lot of the antics.
Yeah. People
Yeah,
say
I
he's the
mean,
guy Hamzat's been ducking.
hey, I just think that his style, again, just like one of those styles where it's like kind of like Islam, kind of like just like these guys where it's like it's boring, but hey, I'm not gonna beat him.
Oh, really nice on the feet too.
Yeah, one of those just like kind of how we get into like Fazeev, Gamrot type of guys. Like he's one of those guys who is just like super technical, super skilled, like true mixed martial artist.
Yeah, agreed.
Is
I'm liking all
Magulov
these so
kind of in the
far.
same? Yeah. At number 2, I got lightweight, 26 years old,
Oh,
Arman Sugarian.
oh, I had him on. Hey, I'll correct you. Sorry, Yukian.
Sorry, Yukian. Sorry, Yukian. Yeah. Lightweight, 26 years old, 19-3 at 26 years old. We've seen him against, who did he just fight? Gamrot or Fazeev or
He had one fight in between then, right? Or was that
yeah,
his last fight?
where he was just super. Did he fight Ismagulov?
Let me see. Let me see.
Where he was just super technical and it was just like
Yeah, yeah. It was
Yeah,
Ismagulov. That
yeah.
was a beauty. And then
Yeah,
before
that's
that, he
just
lost the close one to Gamrot.
yeah. See, that's what I'm saying. Just like technical mixed martial artist, just true like what the sport's about.
Mm-hmm. He
And
had
then I
also
think
given Islam his toughest fight before or up to
yeah,
Volk and the
yeah,
knockout. But yeah,
yeah.
dude, I had I had him as a candidate as well. That's sick.
Definitely my number 2. And then number 1, it's gotta be until we see it, until we see him fall, it's gotta be Hamzat.
Mm-hmm.
I think Hamzat's the guy. If I mean, fuck, we gotta get him a fight booked. We gotta stop ducking him. But I think these guys coming up are gonna like aren't guys to duck. Like Rakhmonov. I don't think Rakhmonov's ducking that.
No.
Like, let's ride.
Yeah, I agree. Dude, even like
Is Hamzat, so question though. If I tell you 5 years from now, Hamzat's number one pound for pound, is it at 70 or 85?
has to be 85 in my opinion.
Yeah.
I'm like super far on that side of the fence that Hamzat has to move up. I don't know. I don't know. I don't see him making 70. How many times has he?
Not much. Well, because he was doing a lot of quick turnarounds, and then
Mm-hmm.
obviously the Nate Diaz
Oh
fight, he
yeah.
didn't make
Like
it, and
catch weights and stuff like that.
then,
Yeah. I don't know. I don't yeah, and what was he freaking like 9 pound or what was
12
it in the
pounds over
Diaz
for
fight?
Nate Diaz.
Huh?
12 pounds over for Nate Diaz.
12?
Yeah.
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 I
So
mean, that's
that's my
probably just not
list.
trying also. Obviously, he could
Yeah.
have gotten closer.
Yeah. So that's my list. Number 5, Muhammad Makayev. 4, Sugar Show. 3, Shavkat Rakhmonov. 2, who's 2? Say the name. Arman
Sorry, Yukian.
Sarayukian. Number 1, Hamzat.
Yes, sir.
Tough to beat that list. Not gonna lie to you. Tough to beat that list. So let's hear your 9 for your top 5.
All right, I'm gonna just give you 5.
Well, don't say it like you're doing me a favor, like you're following the rules. Like, oh, I'll give you 5.
Some next level gaslighting by me. All right. On number 5, I'm just making my order right now. I wrote these dudes down, going off. Freaking number 5, Raul Rosas Jr. He's only gonna be 23 years old, so I'm breaking my rule. Yes, I know. I just said that all the guys in the pound for pound are over 30 and the youngest one is 29, but Raul is a little different. And we've had guys like that before where they were really young, they were able to break into that. I don't know, man. I mean, when you've been doing it for that long, I just think it comes so naturally to him. And he already looks pretty built for an 18-year-old. Like his body didn't really look like
He's a man.
yeah. And I think experience like think of it this way. He's been training since he was probably what, like 3 years old?
Yeah.
So that's 15 years of training. Volkanovski said he started training MMA seriously when he was 21.
Yeah.
So that's like 13 years of training. Yeah, Volk does have a wrestling background and stuff, but I mean, you see what I mean. That dude has as much experience as vets already, just from literally growing up in it.
A lot of
So
guys,
that's
a lot of guys now, like Jamal Hill and like Volk and like Izzy, like they talk about like how they just came into it and found MMA. Like no, Rojas like fucking like
was born into MMA.
It's that next generation because his parents probably saw dudes like Connor and Brock Lesnar making all that money, and they're like, why make my kid try and play soccer or be some pro soccer player when
A
he
lot
can be
of
a pro
fighters
fighter?
now, it's like, especially like how Sugar Sean says it, like he fights because he got fucking kicked off the team in football, off in basketball, like, you know. So it's like that's their like last resort. They just find it. But like Rojas is like actually like built and born into this.
Exactly. It's kind of like Blanchfield too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's number 5, Raul Rosas Jr. Number 4, I'm gonna go with the guy that's not in the UFC yet, but he's pretty lethal. He has one of the best names of all time, Usman Nurmagomedov. Literally has 2 former pound for pound number 1s in his name. You could probably guess what camp he's in based off the name. He's the
He's the
Bellator
bantamweight champ
champ.
in Bellator, right?
Lightweight.
Lightweight champ. Oh yeah.
So yeah, he'll be he's only 24 right now, so he'll be 20 or no.
Bro, he's just gonna be next up when Islam leaves, huh?
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
some Khabib Islam shit.
Yeah, so he'll be 29, and then as soon as Islam leaves, I think he's going to take over the lightweight division. That's my prediction. Wouldn't be surprised if he's even number 1 pound for pound, because it seems like if a guy can run lightweight, they usually give him that number 1.
Yeah.
At number 3, I'm gonna have to leave some guys off I like a lot. I'm going Ilia Topuria. He'll be 31 years old.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
He'll be 31 years old, so that's like right in that perfect range for age that we were talking about. I mean, we all saw what he did to my guy Bryce Mitchell. We all saw what he did to Herbert. Obviously, there's probably still a couple holes to fix, but what fighter doesn't have a couple holes besides Sugar? So yeah, number 3, I'm going with Ilya. I'm not the hugest fan of him because he took out Bryce, but I can respect greatness still. Number 2. Dang, man. I shouldn't have wrote down all these names. Number 2, I'm going with.
Follow the rules, buddy.
All right, give me Hamzat at 2.
Oh, I know you're going 1.
Yeah, that one's already a given. How could I not? But so same reason as you, just until someone proves differently. I was thinking, I mean, it might even be like a John Jones thing with Hamzat, where the only person that could beat Hamzat is Hamzat. If he starts kind of drinking the Kool-Aid a little bit once he got a belt, you know, it doesn't get on that Volk or Izzy or Usman type beat, goes on that John Jones McGregor type beat instead.
Yeah.
Number 1, you already know, Sugar Shane. He'll be 33 years old, bringing the pain.
That's actually not how I thought you were going, but go ahead.
Who'd you think I was going? Bo Nickel?
Yeah.
Yeah, I had Bo on the list as well. He'll be 32, dude. So
yeah,
he's right in that perfect age range. And I didn't realize that he's actually been out of college for a little while now.
Yeah. He was the first time I saw him was when he was in training camp with Jorge for the Usman fight.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that's and they were like talking about him, and then like I looked him up, and that's why I like first knew about Bo Nickel, like all the shit he's done. But like, yeah, he used to be in heavy training camp with the American Top Team with Jorge for the Usman fight.
And I just want to shout these guys out. I'm not taking credit if they do get it 5 years from now, but Umar Nurmagomedov, Michael Morales, and Bo Nickel were the other ones on my list.
I like Michael Morales.
Nasty, bro. He just had that calmness in there about him.
Yeah.
And he's only
outside the cage, loves technicality.
Facts, dude. We're artists.
True artists.
Yeah, so that's the men's top 5 pound for pound. So I'll run through my list again. Hopefully I said the same order that I said the first time, but we got Raul at 5, Usman Nurmagomedov at 4, we got Topuria at 3, Hamzat at 2, and Sugar Sean at number 1. And now on to the women's side of things. We're only going to do top 3 for this one because we're not trying to be dickheads, but I don't know. There's only 3 that.
Who put this in the script? Let me see. At number 3, I got. No, I really do have 3 though. Like it was kind of like I really studied this. I'm not just like being a dick. I really studied it, but it's just like, you know, whatever. At number 3, I got Talia Santos. I think she's like 28 right now.
So yeah, she'll still be an age.
Yeah. Especially girls. Girls can go a little longer. At number 2, I got my girl, my favorite women's fighter, Yasmin Howergy.
We need to find an announcement for her. When we discovered her, when she's number 1 pound for pound in a couple years, and be like, bro, we discovered her. We discovered her in San Diego.
Straight up, we found her before the UFC really did.
Facts.
UFC had her on the roster, but they hadn't discovered her yet.
Yeah. And then number 1, I got Erin Blanchfield, just off obvious, youngest, most dominant right now for her age. So yeah, that's my 3. Who's your 3?
Yeah, so our lists are pretty similar. We didn't even talk about this before, but my 3rd one's my girl Killer Miller.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't see her on that same skill level as I do Yasmin or Erin.
Yeah.
But I think she has a lot of heart and grit, trains really hard, good on the mic. And especially in that women's division, if you're entertaining and you're a big name, you're going to get more high level fights. So, yeah, I like Killer Miller to win a belt at some point, be 3rd in that women's pound for pound rankings. I think number 2 will be Yasmin. Number 1 will be Blanchfield, as you said. I think they'll be kind of like the Amanda and Valentina, just way ahead of everyone else.
Yeah.
And then the rest of the ladies will kind of be jostling for that number 3 spot, which I think Killer Miller will be able to come out on top of.
Yeah.
I like that. Hopefully outside the cage, we're in a studio at this time. We'll be looking at this list. Chicka Sean will be a guest that day.
I'm trying to be in San Diego, man.
San Diego?
Studio in San Diego for sure. You know,
that would be fire. I feel like Vegas though, like for work, Vegas would be
I wouldn't be able to live in Vegas.
It would be hard.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be enjoyable either because like you're just in the desert, middle of nowhere.
Yeah,
Literally
if you're not gambling there, what are you doing?
Crime.
Hey, one thing I was gonna ask you, bro. What's up with your boy kicking everybody off tough?
Connor?
Yeah.
Hey man, so you're telling me if you had your boys and you could get them on a show?
No, I'm not mad at it, but my thing is like I feel like that could have been talked about before.
100%.
I feel like Connor it wasn't even like on his head until he got there and sees the guys and he's like, fuck that. Give me my guys. That's what I think. That's what I think happened. Like, and that's the fucked up part. Like, I'm not mad. Like, if he would have told me he's on the show and he has 10 Ireland guys, like, I'm not mad. But don't like just say that. But I think Connor's just like it wasn't even a thought in his head till he got there because he doesn't give a fuck. He's just like, no, give me my guys.
Yeah, I agree because it is messed up to tell the dudes about it and everything, have them fly out there and then send them out. Like, dude, what if one of those guys had a fight booked and then they had to cancel that because they were going on the Ultimate Fighter?
And then doesn't that kind of like take away the theme of the show?
Like the new guys versus the vets?
Like the theme was like former like UFC guys.
Yeah, I mean it still might be, right? Or is it not?
I don't. What Connor guys are former UFC guys?
Our time.
Definitely not our time.
Dude, that would be
Moutinho, bro. I thought Moutinho would have won it.
No.
Bro, yeah. Bro, I told someone else that too, and they were like, no. Like, why? He's good.
Do you see the fight after Sugars?
Oh, who did he fight, Moicano?
No. He fought someone I haven't heard of, and he got finished in the first round.
Well, fuck. Sean gave him CTE. Herb let him get hit for fucking 14 minutes.
Exactly. That's why I'm not very confident, or I wasn't very confident in him in tough.
Yeah, no, I just thought I thought he had action.
Yeah, and then Hubbard got sent out too.
Yeah, fucked up, bro.
But hey, if it makes dollars, it makes sense, unfortunately, you know. They're not just doing it as a charity case, even though it might seem like they're just trying to let some guys chase their dreams and get into the UFC. Yeah. Unfortunately, they're really doing it for ratings and to put cheddar in their pockets. You know, good old Disney. If it was still owned by the Fertitta brothers, they probably wouldn't have let Connor do that. They would have been like, nah, man, you got to give these.
Letting Connor do that.
I know, I'm just kidding. But
yeah, man. I'm excited to see what tough looks like. I seen Connor's finally arriving fucking on his CTE shit. Shout out boxing, Uriah Faber's fucking jersey and tough.
Hey, you know what he said, bro? I saw this clip. He said other people, when they're walking around, I don't know what they're thinking about. But me, I'm just thinking of sequences and combinations all the time.
He's sick in the head.
He said it.
He said it
a long time ago, bro. He's like Vincent Van Gogh once said, you have to lose your mind.
He said he lost his mind a long time ago.
He said, once I have 2 belts around me waist and my kids don't have to worry about money, then it'll all be worth it and I'll die a crazy old man. He's on his way.
Yeah, facts.
Anything else?
That's all I got, brother.
Oh, yeah. Solid episode. Shout out to Netherlands wearing the shirt today. Got robbed. Argentina rigged.
Shouts full send. And free my boy Rob.
Shoot, I don't know what's going on, but free Rob.
Free Rob.
And oh yeah, next week coming at y'all with 2 episodes for the
Bro,
UFC.
that's what I was gonna say. After this week, we go on a fucking heater. We have obviously Cyril and John Jones, Jan versus Marab, Kamaru versus Leon, Cheeto versus Corey, Pereira versus Izzy, Holloway versus Allen. Those are all back to back to back. Like those aren't like skipping. Those are all like
all the not just cards, like every week.
That's every week. March 4th, John Jones. March 11th, Jan versus Marab. March 18th, Edwards Usman. March 29th, March 25th, Cheeto versus Corey. April 8th, Pereira versus Izzy. April 15th, Holloway and Allen.
Get out, dude. That might be the best.
Bro, I swear.
Is that the best stretch of cards of all time?
That's one of the best stretches I've ever seen.
Like not missing, because usually there's at least 1 week where there's not a card.
Yeah.
Or,
We need to get a guest on too next week. I'm gonna try to hit up MMA household. We'll try to get them back since we're back.
maybe for the Thursday preview, run through the picks with them.
Yeah. I'll do picks with them.
All right then. That is episode 27, Mike Trout episode.
Yes, sir.
Dimes is wearing the Phillies hat for Mike Trout because that's where he wants to play, really.
Hey, you know I'm an Angels fan, bro. Ride or die. But
I've been on it for a couple years. Free Mike Trout.
Yeah. Hey, dude, that freaking... Why'd you guys fire Joe Madden?
Yeah, I don't fucking know, bro. I don't know what
we're losing streaks
we're
happening.
getting new
in
ownership,
baseball.
though.
New ownership. We're fine. We'll be back.
Bro, it seemed like the old owners, they tried to spend, but they just spent on the wrong guys.
Yeah, we're
Like,
fine.
honestly, the Rendon contract didn't look bad at the time, and then he's played, 30 games?
We always get guys that perform. We always get old vets that perform well in the previous postseason.
Mhm.
We got fucking David Freeze. Fucking bunch of bullshit, bro.
Yeah, Pujols.
Yeah, easily fooled.
Facts. Hey, but Shohei, why not? Do you think
In
it's
what other
traded?
sport do you have 2 of the best players in the world and you fucking don't win?
I mean, the Brooklyn Nets last year.
Yeah, facts.
That's even crazier because it's only 5 dudes on the floor instead of 11 or whatever baseball is, 9. I said 11. Oh my gosh. All right, then.
All right, brother. Peace,
Episode
everybody. Thank you
27.
for watching.
Thank you, everybody. Check us out on YouTube or Spotify. You already know we upgrading the systems every single week. We're gonna have new graphics out. We might even have the list up there on YouTube from when we were doing that.
Get in your bag.
Yeah, we're getting serious. The producer, I had to have a strong talk with our producer. I told him to step it up a notch. He's been, I don't know, he's still kind of a bot, but he's getting better. All right then.
All right, buddy. Thank you.
Later.